Ever felt your heart race for no apparent reason? Or maybe your muscles tense up when there's no immediate threat? Anxiety isn't just a mental game, it's a full-body experience. Whether it's a racing heart, sweaty palms, or a mind that won't shut off, anxiety can show up in ways that are hard to ignore. But have you ever wondered why your body reacts this way? In today's video, we're diving into how anxiety affects both your body and mind, and more importantly, what you can do about it. So stick around. This might just change the way you understand your own anxiety. 1. The science of anxiety. What's happening inside? The fight or flight response. Anxiety triggers a primitive survival mechanism known as the fight or flight response. This response dates back to our ancestors who needed it to survive life-threatening situations, like facing wild animals. However, in today's world, this response is often activated by everyday stressors, leading to physical symptoms even when there's no real danger. What happens? Your brain sends signals to release stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones prepare your body to either confront the threat or escape it. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tighten, and your senses become sharper, all to get you ready to act. Real-life example. Have you ever had a sudden rush of fear when you're about to speak in public or to take an important test? That's your fight or flight response kicking in, even though there's no immediate physical threat. It's your body's way of saying, get ready, something's about to happen, even if that something is just an ordinary part of life. Why it matters? While this response can be life-saving, when it's triggered too often, like from chronic stress or anxiety, it can take a toll on your health. Chronic activation of the fight or flight response can lead to persistent muscle tension, headaches, and even digestive issues. Understanding this can help you recognize why you feel the way you do and start taking steps to manage it. The role of cortisol. Another key player in your body's response to anxiety is cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone. While cortisol is essential for helping your body manage stress, too much of it over a long period can lead to health problems. What happens? When anxiety becomes chronic, your body constantly produces cortisol, which can lead to increased blood sugar levels, weight gain, particularly around the abdomen, and even high blood pressure. Why it matters? High cortisol levels over time can suppress your immune system, making you more vulnerable to illnesses, and can also contribute to anxiety-related insomnia, as your body stays in a heightened state of alertness. 2. How anxiety affects your body. Physical symptoms. Anxiety can manifest in various physical symptoms that can sometimes be mistaken for other health issues. Common symptoms include headaches, stomach aches, muscle tension, and even chest pain. These symptoms are your body's way of reacting to the stress signals being sent out by your brain. Muscle tension. Anxiety often causes your muscles to tighten up, especially in the neck, shoulders, and back. This can lead to chronic pain and discomfort if not addressed. For example, you might find yourself unconsciously clenching your jaw or tensing your shoulders when you're feeling anxious. Digestive issues. Anxiety can disrupt your digestive system, leading to issues like nausea, diarrhea, or irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Your gut and brain are closely connected, so when your mind is stressed, your gut often reacts. This connection is so strong that the gut is sometimes referred to as the second brain. Cardiovascular effects. Anxiety can also have a significant impact on your heart. The release of adrenaline during an anxiety episode increases your heart rate and blood pressure. Over time, if this happens frequently, it can contribute to heart-related issues. Real-life example. I know someone who constantly had stomach problems and was worried they had a serious condition. After several tests, it turned out that their symptoms were primarily due to anxiety. Once they started managing their anxiety, their stomach issues significantly improved. This is a common experience for many people who suffer from anxiety. The physical symptoms can be so severe that they mimic other serious health conditions. Why it matters. Recognizing that anxiety can cause real, physical symptoms is the first step toward managing these effects. It's not all in your head. Your body is reacting to the stress, and addressing the root cause can bring relief. Understanding this can also help reduce the fear that often comes with these physical symptoms, as you realize they are a natural response to anxiety rather than a sign of something more serious. 3. The mental toll of anxiety. Cognitive effects. Anxiety doesn't just affect your body, it can also take a significant toll on your mind. One of the most common mental effects is difficulty concentrating. When your mind is preoccupied with worry, it's hard to focus on tasks, leading to decreased productivity and frustration. Overthinking and catastrophizing. Anxiety often leads to overthinking, where you go over the same thoughts repeatedly, usually imagining the worst-case scenario. This habit can trap you in a cycle of fear and worry, making it hard to find peace. For example, you might spend hours worrying about a mistake you made at work, imagining that it will have catastrophic consequences, even though it's likely a small issue. Sleep disturbances. Anxiety is a common culprit behind insomnia and restless nights. Racing thoughts and an inability to relax can make it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep, leading to chronic fatigue and further anxiety. Sleep is crucial for mental health, so when anxiety interferes with your sleep, it can create a vicious cycle. Real-life example. Imagine lying in bed, exhausted, but your mind just won't quit. Every small concern of the day suddenly feels massive, and before you know it, it's 3 a.m. and you're still wide awake. This is a common experience for people with anxiety, and it can be incredibly draining. Lack of sleep not only makes anxiety worse, but can also impair your ability to think clearly and make decisions, leading to more stress. Why it matters. Understanding these mental effects is crucial because they can create a vicious cycle. Anxiety leads to poor sleep, which then leads to more anxiety. Breaking this cycle is key to improving your overall mental health. Techniques like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can be effective in addressing these cognitive distortions and helping you regain control over your thoughts. 4. Long-term impact of chronic anxiety. Health risks. If left unchecked, chronic anxiety can contribute to serious health problems. Persistent high levels of stress hormones can lead to hypertension, heart disease, and a weakened immune system, making you more susceptible to illnesses. Chronic anxiety can also exacerbate existing health conditions, such as asthma or diabetes, making them harder to manage. Mental health concerns. Chronic anxiety can also increase the risk of developing depression. The constant state of fear and worry can be exhausting, leading to feelings of hopelessness and sadness over time. When anxiety and depression coexist, they can create a particularly challenging cycle that requires professional intervention. Real-life example. I once met someone who ignored their anxiety for years, thinking it was just a part of life. Eventually, it caught up with them, leading to a major health scare that forced them to reassess how they were living. This individual had developed high blood pressure and was at risk for heart disease, conditions that were exacerbated by their untreated anxiety. It wasn't until they started addressing their anxiety that they began to see improvements in their overall health. Why it matters. Recognizing the long-term risks of unmanaged anxiety is a powerful motivator to take action. The sooner you address it, the better your chances of avoiding these serious health issues. Early intervention can prevent anxiety from spiraling into more severe mental health conditions and physical health problems. And there you have it, the real, tangible ways anxiety can affect both your body and mind. But remember, while anxiety can feel overwhelming, it's not something you have to live with forever. By understanding these effects and taking steps to manage them, you can regain control over your life. Start with the small tips we've discussed today, and you'll see a difference over time. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, doing some light exercise, or simply being aware of how your body reacts to stress, these changes can make a big impact. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on managing anxiety and improving your mental health. Thanks for watching, and take care.